Hello, and welcome to Earth Rose Tarot. I'm here to do a bonus love reading for, guess what, Taurus. I hope you guys are really well. Taurus, you guys are just incredible, to be honest. This is I think, the third month in a row. February, March, April, you won the bonus love reading, and last month was insane, the reaction to the video. So I'm just so grateful to you guys. I mean, honestly, I might as well just turn this into a Taurus dedicated channel at this point. But anyway, I really hope you're really well. And if you're new to the channel, then welcome. I hope you enjoy getting an extra love reading. So this is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus. Cross watchers, you're also very welcome, but please bear in mind I might not be speaking to your Taurus in particular this reading. And even if you feel like I am, please don't get offended by any messages that are coming through for Taurus. So this reading is going to be for like the next few weeks, the next month from when you come across it, when you watch it. Okay, and it is a general love reading, so it's not going to resonate with every Taurus out there. But I do hope that it does resonate for you, find it useful or enjoyable in some way. And being a general reading, you might find that some parts resonate and others don't, so just take what is useful and leave the rest. Okay, Taurus, let's get into it. For my amazing Tauruses, please. In love, what messages do we need? Wow, boom, straight away. Of course, I'm going to just get some general messages first, and then we'll go into a full spread for you, Taurus. You know the drill. Okay. Get a few more for Taurus, please, in love. Oof. Okay, get a couple more. What's going on for Taurus? Thank you. Maybe one more for Taurus, please. All right. What was there? Okay, interesting. We've got Pisces energy here heavily with the moon and the hangman. We don't need to be dealing with a Pisces, but just to point that out. So, okay. So we've got the moon, which is talking about some sort of either fear or emotional confusion. That is kind of what I'm getting. It's worried about what lies ahead, and feeling also that maybe there's something potentially hidden, or maybe there is something potentially hidden that isn't coming to the surface just yet. Now that could also be someone's feelings that they're actually keeping hidden deep within as well. But let's see. Now we've got the Four of Pentacles, which is talking about feeling very guarded and guarding your heart, holding back, and not wanting to be vulnerable or open up at this time. And I can see why, because there was some sort of very painful situation or some sort of ending that you experience. Now the Ten of Swords it's also the end of a painful cycle though as well. So for some of you may have been going through something with someone which has seemed to have come to an end. It may have been difficult, or you may have felt some sort of sense of being let down or betrayed, or your I feel like I want to say like your openness, your vulnerability ended up being, actually that backfired, and this person just hurt you essentially. And this may therefore feel like it's over, but we'll find out what's going on there. Now with the Three of Pentacles, this is someone wanting to still work on this with you, to collaborate. So you may be feeling like something's over, or the other person is, but the other person still wants to work on it, I would say, with the Three of Pentacles. Now, if that is the other person, then you are definitely feeling quite guarded to that idea, quite bruised from what has happened so far emotionally, and maybe fearing what lies ahead if you were to actually, allow them to kind of back in to rebuild, or to continue putting work and effort into it, like is it in like teamwork with them. Now with the Hanged Man, this is a kind of needing a bit of a timeout, not feeling necessarily completely ready. Now the situation could have been, this could be talking about unfinished business, something that actually that you didn't receive closure on officially. You may have just felt like you had to call it a day for yourself, because otherwise you weren't going to get the closure that you needed. Maybe you felt like this person had left you hanging, and therefore it was done. But with this Three of Pentacles here, this tells me that someone does not consider it done and still wants to actually, you know, maybe even come back in quite a light-hearted way, and to start in like a cooperative mood with you again. So let's see what's going on. Interesting. At the bottom of the deck, we have Capricorn energy with the Devil. So you could be concerned that essentially there is an element of toxicity in this connection, or that this person has some sort of toxic bad habits about them. There could be a temptation to go along with them again, but perhaps you feel like when you did that before, it only led to kind of chaos and destruction, even if it doesn't have to be that dramatic, but just some sort of fallout for you, like some sort of even emotional fallout that happened when the last time that you allowed yourself to be tempted by them. It's kind of what I'm getting. So let's see what's going on. I'm getting a lot of fear here with the Devil and the Moon, though. Really fearing, not like fearing, but kind of like concerned that there is some sort of toxic element about this connection, which is why you want to hold back. So why is the Moon here, please, for Taurus? Oh, straight away. The Five of Swords. Let me get another one, please. The Moon and the Five of Swords. Can we get one more, please? Or two more. Ooh. So, okay. We've got the Five of Swords, Eight of Swords, and the Strength card. So the first thing that popped into my head when the Five of Swords came out for the Moon is that this is things that have been left unsaid, that have been, that haven't been talked about, that hasn't been addressed. Now, that could have been something where this person kind of hurt your feelings in the past, if they were very cold, very blunt, or even that there was issues of communication with this person, maybe just going silent, hence you thought it was unfinished business, but essentially you just thought it was over, because this Five of Swords is very cold and inconsiderate energy is kind of what I'm getting. Now, you could also be worried that maybe further down the line that's just going to happen again. So the Eight of Swords here, this is really being stuck, someone being stuck in their head and doing a lot of thinking and overthinking about this, like running this through in their head. This Eight of Swords, now it could also be talking about the fact that the person that you're dealing with is fearing actually moving forward. Maybe they are really stuck in their mind about this. They haven't been taking action because they were, just overthinking this. I'm getting, like, considering everything that could go wrong. As like, if we were to go forward, then then this wouldn't work, because what if they? Also, I'm just getting like, what if they found something out about me and then it's just not going to work out, kind of thing. And the Moon, again, it can be. That's something being hidden under the surface. This particular Eight of Swords is actually talking about someone who's hiding themselves away because they feel like they can't reveal their true self because they won't be accepted. Now, I'm not saying this person has some dark and sordid like skeletons in the closet, but they might just be, again, this is that sense of not wanting to be vulnerable with the other person. So that may have led to also this this silence, or this issue with communication, because with the Strength card of Leo, this is someone really trying very hard to hold back, hold with the Moon, any emotions they have under the surface, like keep their mouth shut about that, hold back, be very strong, and I'm getting like a strong silence. Now, not like a strong silent type, you could say, but there is an element of pride and ego going on here. I would get that they also don't maybe want to reveal something that would make them more vulnerable, and that is, at the end of the day, that is ego and fear talking, that about not feeling like something will work, or that they'll be accepted, this kind of thing. So why is the Four of Pentacles here, please, for Taurus? Why the Four of Pentacles? Oh, the Hierophant. So that's your card, Taurus. So maybe it is indeed you holding back at this point and wanting to protect yourself. That's interesting. Otherwise, the Hierophant speaks about traditions and faith and belief and higher levels of commitment. So the other thing is that someone could have been actually holding back from you, or trying to guard their heart, not wanting, as I said, not wanting to be vulnerable, and not being open to something which involved maybe some sort of commitment, because maybe they have some beliefs around that it can't work out. They have some sort of issues about something traditional being unsuccessful, basically, or maybe there is a clash of ideas about tradition and faith, and that kind of thing, that meant that someone thought that there was no possible way forward. So, oh, hello. So I'm not going to take these because they've just flown out without me asking a question, but just to let you know, we've got the Ace of Pentacles and the Star here, which is a beautiful combination. The Ace of Pentacles is an opportunity for a new beginning, and the Star talks about healing and positivity and basically hope that things can actually get better, things can improve, even in the darkest moment where we feel like there's no possible chance of things moving forward. Suddenly there's like that shining light in the sky, and suddenly out of nowhere there is this golden opportunity. It's kind of what I'm getting. So I'm just going to show you that, but I'm going to pop it back in. If it's meant to come out, it'll come out again. Why is the Ten of Swords here for Taurus, please? Why the Ten of Swords for Taurus? Thank you. The Eight of Pentacles. So the Eight of Pentacles talks about something where you're kind of putting a lot of hard work and effort into something. At points it may have felt actually really difficult to persevere, but you knew that you were thinking that if you did, it would be worth all the hard work because it would pay off in the end. That is this Eight of Pentacles energy. But if that is the case, then maybe that is why you felt so betrayed, that maybe if suddenly things seemed to have come to an end, even if there was no official conversation about it, you may have felt that betrayal of the fact that you'd put so much hard work and effort into it, and then all of a sudden it was over. So why is the Three of Pentacles here, please, for Taurus? Thank you. Yeah, see, this is the thing. The Wheel of Fortune coming out to clarify the Three of Pentacles. This is positive change. This is a turn up for the books kind of thing that's popped into my head. This is a turn of events, things turning in your favor as well. Now, you see all this energy of kind of like someone being stuck in their head, holding back, fearful, etc. The pain that happened here. And I said, what is the only thing that was standing out to me of this first row was the Three of Pentacles. Suddenly, actually, someone does want to work on this with you. Maybe when you thought all was lost. And there you go, the Wheel of Fortune. Suddenly, situation is changing. It may feel like fated, yes, but what I mean by that is also like, how the hell is this happening? Like, I didn't think this was going to work out. I didn't think this was going to happen. Yeah, I feel like maybe there is an element of divine timing here, that maybe the timing wasn't right before, or it could just be the universe has given this person who now wants to collaborate a gentle kick up the backside to actually do so. And so, yeah, I mean that with love. If it's you, Taurus, I mean that with love as well. And cross-watcher. But yeah, so essentially positive change of someone actually coming around now and wanting to get on board. So why is the Hangman here, please, for Taurus? Why is the Hangman here? Why is the Hangman here for Taurus? Thank you. Okay, we have the Lovers. So card of Gemini, clarifying the Hanged Man. So, okay, the Lovers is obviously a beautiful card of a strong connection between the two of you. So you may have felt like this person left you hanging, as I said, and there was no real closure. But essentially it could have been that they needed some time out to actually decide what they wanted. And the Lovers can talk about a choice as well. Now, it doesn't have to be necessarily a choice between you and someone else, or regardless, like three people. It can also be a choice about even just whether to actually go for this, or to remain single, or to not go for it, if you see what I mean. So there could have been someone who needed some time. I'm kind of getting with the Hangman and the Wheel of Fortune, to maybe they needed a time out to do some thinking about what they really wanted. But it has also, I would say, given them this, if that is the case, this chance to reflect on the actual bond that is between the two of you, that maybe is like no one else. I feel like the two of you may complement each other beautifully, even if you have your differences. You kind of, it's one of those where the differences balance each other out very well. The bottom of the deck, we have the King of Pentacles now. So that is Taurus energy, certainly. It's also Capricorn and Virgo. Maybe for some of you, you are dealing with another earth sign. You don't have to be. But this is certainly can be you, Taurus, being very stable, secure in your home, your finances. But what I'm also getting is someone actually stepping up into the role of the King of Pentacles, now feeling more stable, maybe thinking about putting down roots, wanting to be reliable, loyal. The King of Pentacles is an amazing catch, and it's also someone who is down for a committed partnership. And I feel like this is also talking about someone ready to be your counterpart as well, at the level that you deserve. So that's just your starting messages. So let's go into the spread now. Okay. So in the spread, I'm going to be asking 12 questions about you and the person you have on your mind whilst watching this video. Now, of course, everything I'm saying, when I'm saying, this is how you feel, this is how they feel. If you feel it's the other way around, just go ahead and reverse the roles. Energy is fluid in tarot, so that's no problem at all. And as always, I don't think I need to tell you guys, but if you are liking it, please do hit me the like button on this video. That would be amazing. Leave me a comment if it's resonating or you enjoyed it. And of course, subscribe if you haven't already. And just thank you so much, Taurus, for all your support so far. So, hit the top 12 cards for my Tauruses, please. Oh. The Lovers flipping. We also have the Ten of Cups, which I did see flip whilst I was talking. So that is quite an incredible combination. Okay, the top 12 cards for Taurus, please. Okay. Interesting. There's that Moon. Okay. There's that Four of Pentacles again. Okay, yeah. Okay. There's a lot of people here. There's the King of Pentacles again, but we've also got the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Swords. Wow, okay. All right. So the bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Pentacles. So this can definitely talk about getting on the same page and actually wanting to give equally to a situation. As I was saying, it's that turn of events with the Three of Pentacles, maybe someone wanting to actually invest equally, to reciprocate, to do things in a fair and balanced way. With that Eight of Pentacles we saw at the beginning, maybe in the past you had been giving more, or there had been an imbalance of you perhaps giving to the situation, Taurus, compared to the other person. But let's see. We have the Eight of Swords behind that, as we already saw in a moment ago. So there is still a sense of being stuck by thought, being trapped in the mind, of feeling like there isn't a way forward, feeling stuck, and not feeling. Now, with the Eight of Swords, the person is always free to actually release themselves. They're not actually trapped. They're trapped by their own thoughts. But it is that overthinking that is keeping someone stuck, essentially. We have the Eight of Cups behind that. Now, that it could be that because someone felt like they had been left behind already, as I said, it's like, well, if I open up again, am I going to get burnt again? Is this person going to suddenly disappear again, essentially? Now, that could be the element of feeling stuck and like there isn't a way forward here because of what has already happened. But it could have also been someone's overthinking that meant that they turned their back on their feelings and looked off into another direction, thinking that they could just detach. But maybe they haven't actually been able to stop thinking about the other person, even though they were hoping to leave their feelings behind them, if you see what I mean. So at the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Cups. So yes, this is talking about happiness and wish fulfillment, but it's also that sense of self-satisfaction. It's feeling quite emotionally fulfilled alone and not necessarily wanting to open up. See how his arms are folded? It's kind of a sense of like, no, I'm perfectly happy on my own, thank you very much. I was just talking about this in Aquarius's reading for May, that it's that feeling of giving up the opportunity for that 10th cup to have the full happiness with someone else, because 9 cups is nothing to sniff at, and it's like that is better than me opening up my feelings and, you know, then several cups being spilt out and suddenly I'm left as the 5 of cups or something, if you see what I mean. So we've got the Chariot. Okay, so card of Cancer. So the other thing here is that maybe someone has recognized that someone, you know, does hold the key to their happiness, their wish fulfillment, and they're now wanting to move forward, wanting there to be progress and victory, and to overcome obstacles with the other person. So, okay, but yeah, the 5 of Wands, there may still be an element of conflict. It's kind of like someone here wanting to move forward, but they feel still internally conflicted. Now, it could be that this could be you, Taurus. You could be feeling like the other person is everything, you know, your wish fulfillment, your happiness, but at the same time, you're feeling conflicted about opening up and allowing them to get near your emotions again. As much as you do want to move forward with them, that is the struggle, that's the conflict. So let me get your next layer. I've got a new deck that I'm using for the second layer, which I absolutely love this deck, and it's resonating really well with my other decks, so I hope you like it too. So can I get the top 12 cards to clarify for Taurus, please? Please clarify what's already laid out. With the top 12 cards, ooh, good grief, the Ace of Cups flipping out of the deck this time. So that will be an opportunity for a new beginning in love with this. It could be with someone else, but I feel like it's with this person, but let's see. Can we get the top 12 cards, please, for Taurus? Okay. Yeah, okay. Interesting. Got the Hermit twice. The 10 of Wands twice. Oh wow. Okay. There's the Chariot again. Okay. Wow, big decision. Okay. So at the bottom of this deck we have the Knight of Pentacles now, Taurus. So this is talking about, yeah, an offer coming forward, but it's one that you've been waiting for. And that's why I think that you were like, I'm just going to have to count this as over, as done. It could also be that you, I don't know, I was going to say it could be that you want to offer the other person, but I'm really not getting that. I'm feeling like you have been waiting for a stable, sincere offer from this person to actually come forward, but it's been taking a long time. Okay, there you are. Beautiful Queen of Pentacles. That's can be Capricorn and Virgo energy as well, of course, but it's also Taurus. I do feel like this, for most of you, this is you. You see how the Knight is bringing the offer to the Queen as well. And I feel like with this Queen of Pentacles, she knows her worth, and that in a positive way, in a self-affirming way. She's very successful and abundant. This particular Queen of Pentacles in this new deck I got looks like she's, I don't know, the head of, you know, Downton Abbey, if anyone knows that show, but it's just always what I think of when I look at her. I mean, seriously. But, you know, she is got it going on. She's always dressed beautifully. She feels powerful and strong on her own, and she deserves a stable offer, absolutely. And yeah, here is coming towards her. So let's see. Wow. And we've got the Empress behind that as well. Now, the Empress can be Taurus energy. It's also Libra, but essentially it's Venus. It's beauty. It's love. It's interesting. So the Queen of Pentacles for me actually like levels up into the Empress. So perhaps you have been actually leveling up here, Taurus. I would also say there is I have to be honest, there is a slight energy of, you certainly do know your worth, but there's a need to be cautious, to put yourself too high up on a pedestal when no one can reach you anymore. And you know, I hope you know what I mean by saying that. So because this Queen of Pentacles and the Empress, yes, you've definitely leveled up. You are really know exactly how special you are, which is fantastic. I think this person really recognizes it as well. Maybe before they were thinking, yes, you're amazing, Queen of Pentacles. Now that's even more so. They think you're the Empress now. So that's an interesting development there. At the bottom of the deck, we have the High Priestess. So that's Pisces energy. This is kind of an energy of silence, of looking for answers within and also through spirituality. And this particular High Priestess card is actually a tarot reader, funnily enough. So yeah, so you might be trying to find answers potentially through tarot, but otherwise just even through yourself, listening to your own intuition, your spiritual guide of whatever that form that takes to guide you forward in this. You may have been even doing that to know what to follow the voice inside you regarding this situation. And there's the Tower. Wow, major arcana here. So the Tower it's like a shocking development and a bit of an upheaval. It could have been this person also having some sort of shake-up and realization in their own life, but we'll see. Oh my goodness. And there's the Nine of Swords. So it's funny because I'm getting a couple of things here. There was some sort of something came like crumbling apart, fell apart between you and this person. Then you have kind of been, I would say, taking a very high level approach to dealing with it, by which I mean like trusting the process, listening to your intuition, trusting in your abilities, even though I know it's the High Priestess, not Magician, but kind of in manifestation through spirituality, through knowing your worth. And it's kind of like, on the flip side, your person that you've been dealing with has been kept up at night, tormented, even dreaming about you, or being kept up thinking about you and this kind of thing. It's kind of like one person, I even get a sense that you kind of, now don't take this the wrong way because I don't mean it, but in a bad way, but like you, like maybe doing this kind of spiritual process, and knowing that this person will come towards you because you are the Empress, and embodying that so much, it's almost like you have this kind of psychic connection with you and this person. And as a result of you embodying this energy, they have been like having more and more like unstoppable, like it's just fallen apart for them. They're like, oh my God, what have I possibly been ignoring? What have I screwed up? And it's just like been playing on their mind constantly, even from you being in like a very strong spiritual way. I hope that makes sense. Like, yeah. Okay, so how you feel about them? Well, Taurus, you don't really feel that impressed about them, I would say, right now. We've got the Queen of Swords, which is that air energy, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, but essentially it is someone who feels like they have seen, what they need to see. They know. They've gained some sort of knowing now. Maybe they've realized the shortfall, the failings of the other person, and as a result they are quite disappointed. They feel let down, betrayed, as I said at the beginning. And yeah, you feel kind of quite guarded and probably pissed off with this person at the moment. The fact that you feel like they are the Knight of Wands is that you've been waiting for them to come forward with that stability as the Knight of Pentacles, but you just feel like, well, that might never happen because they just like to mess around. They're unreliable, they're inconsistent, they're impulsive, and you may feel like they're very physically attractive, and there is that strong physical connection between the two of you, but you're like, at the end of the day, I've realized that there's nothing else I can hope for this with this person. That's why I feel like that Three of Pentacles that we saw at the very beginning is like that. What the heck? Really? They actually want to get on board and build something? But let's see. Now, how they feel about you. We have the Moon and the Four of Cups. So I feel like they feel deeply concerned that they have missed an opportunity that was very special because they were being apathetic towards love, that they felt like they didn't want to go through some sort of transformation that was going to be required of them to actually have that new opportunity. they feel a lot. There's the thing with the moon about you, but they've kept it under the surface. They've kept it hidden. They probably haven't expressed it to you. They may feel like now you will reject them potentially with that Four of Cups, like you're not going to be interested in their offer anymore. So let's see. That could be their fear as well with that moon card. Now, how they see you, it's an interesting combination. We've got the Seven of Swords and the Eight of Wands. Now, the Seven of Swords is that energy of deception, of sneaking around. It can be, sneaking behind someone's back, messaging somebody else, etc. It's dishonesty. It can just be like running away from a situation and kind of like a sense of self-sabotage. And then we have the Eight of Wands, which is communication, fast-paced, very normally, exciting, flirtatious, passionate, wanting to get that back and forth communication going again. So look, I want to get a bit more clarification on this because how they see you, they may see that they have sabotaged this, certainly. They may see like they ran away from this and now they want to get the communication going between the two of you again. They may see that you have a lot to say to them. They might see that you don't trust them anymore though. Let's see. What happened in the past between the two of you? We've got the Emperor and the Hermit. Interesting how completely different decks, but they both have this really long beard. Maybe you're dealing with someone who has a beard, Taurus, not necessarily. Maybe you do. Anyway, so this is Aries and Virgo, if I didn't already say that. But essentially, what happened in the past is you may have been dealing with someone, or this could have been you, but I feel like it was more the person you were dealing with, who wanted things their way. They wanted to keep control, and they were quite rigid in that sense, and not open to compromise, quite inflexible, wanting to have everything their way. And also with the Hermit, this may have been someone who was on some sort of a journey of finding out or learning potentially about themselves at that time, or doing some sort of research about something else. Quite introverted energy here as well. This is someone who's quite cold, I would say, and stubborn, and just like they may have been busy or on some sort of journey themselves, and they just wanted it to stay like that, if that makes sense. So it was like, no, I am focused on what I said I would focus on, not letting anybody in, kind of thing. Now, the current energy is quite heavy. We've got the Four of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands. So with Four of Pentacles, we saw it right at the beginning. There is holding back. There is, being quite closed off, very protective of your heart at this time. A lot of holding back. This could also talk about this person actually wanting to hold on to you as well, very tightly trying to hold on to you, but holding back as well. It's like, I feel like one of you's trying to hold on, the other one's trying to hold back. But anyway, with the Ten of Wands, this is feeling the burden of this, maybe even feeling the burden of holding back, whoever is doing so, but kind of trying to plow ahead anyway. It's almost like trying not to deal with releasing this as such, and would rather just carry the weight around of it with you. Yes, I'm not letting go of the burden, but not finding a way necessarily to lift the burden either. It's just kind of like holding on to it and resolutely plowing forward, if that makes sense. Now, what this person wishes would happen between the two of you, Taurus, there's the Ten of Wands again and the Strength card. So I have to be honest, I just said it as well. I mean, essentially, they might want to find the courage, find the strength to actually drop the burden that they're carrying, and have some sort of, and with that end of that, some sort of burdensome cycle, have a fresh new beginning with you potentially. But I'm always getting the sense that this person, just as I was saying in the current energy, what they want to happen right now is just to kind of be strong, to to be strong enough to just keep carrying this around with them and kind of not deal with it. It's heavily weighing on them for sure, the situation between the two of you, and we'll find out why. I feel in the third layer, but what they want to happen is to just have the strength to continue. You see in this card, the lion has actually got like a wound, and the woman is helping like take the thorn out and look after its paw. So it's kind of like if they feel at times like they don't have the strength to actually just continue carrying around this burden, that they want to actually get stronger to be able to do that. Maybe even they want the strength to be able to carry the weight of maybe even some sort of responsibilities that they have, to be able to have the strength to manage that so much that they can do something with you. Let's see. Now, what is the block or the challenge? Well, the challenge would seem to be the Seven of Wands, mainly, because it's quite with the Two of Cups. So the challenge here is that there is a very strong connection between the two of you. The Two of Cups is my kind of card of soulmates. It's two people working together, pouring their individual energies into a union which just blossoms and works so beautifully together, like the Lovers card I was talking about at the beginning. But the challenge is that even though that is what could be happening, maybe one or both of you are standing your ground and fighting it off and being in such like a defensive mode. This could be both of you, bear in mind, no judgment here, or whoever is so defensive, so guarded, and so resolute in like standing their ground that there isn't a chance for this union to actually come together. Now, what are the intentions of this person towards you, Taurus? There's a couple of things I can see here. So we've got the Hermit again, so it's Virgo energy, and the Six of Cups. So it could be potentially that their intention is to continue carrying the burden, as I said, which is what they want to happen, to remain on their very lonely, like isolated path as the Hermit, which was in the past as well, to actually continue that. Maybe they still have more soul searching to do, more answers to find, before they can actually come back into your life, make some sort of gesture to make things right with you. But the other thing, it could be just to simply their intention is to, because they are so focused on this journey that they're going through right now, is all they can do is miss you, which is very sad. But I want to say that they want to complete this soul searching first, so that they are then able to actually come back into your life, maybe in a leveled up state. Let's see. So what is it that you need to know about this current situation? The current situation of the person you're dealing with. We've got the Queen of Cups and the Chariot. So the Queen of Cups counts Pisces, Scorpio, and the Chariot is the card of Cancer as well. I want to get some more here, because this Queen of Cups could be talking about your person, potentially. It could also be that they are dealing with someone else. Maybe that is the burden as well, that they are just kind of resolutely going to keep carrying. Not that this person is a burden, but it's something that they don't have the strength to actually call a day, if you see what I mean, for some of you. But we'll see. Otherwise, in their current situation, I mean, this is a lot of love with the Queen of Cups. It's a lot of emotion, and it's getting more in touch with your feelings as well, and as a result wanting to move forward, with the Chariot card wanting to overcome obstacles, wanting progression. But let me see. Now, the action that they're most likely going to take towards you next, there's that King of Pentacles again, and the Five of Cups. So the King of Pentacles is that earthy Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus energy we've already seen. But yeah, and as I said, he is reliable, he's stable, he wants, to have commitment and long term, very focused as well on his career and his money. But then we have the Five of Cups, and in this particular Five of Cups card, this guy is, just drinking his sorrows, drowning his sorrows even is the phrase, kind of not aware that the connection still remains between the two of you, that Two of Cups that, you know, would be possible if you could get on the same page and stop like kind of even both standing your ground and fighting each other off in that kind of stubborn energy with the Emperor. They are kind of just going to drown their sorrows and focus on what has gone wrong and the regret and disappointment. That's probably why all they want to right now is just to have the strength to carry this burden around with them, because they don't feel like potentially there's anything else they can do. But yeah, let's see. Now, your advice is interesting. We've got the Four of Wands and the Justice card. So the Four of Wands is a card of marriage and commitment and celebration. It's long term, definitely. It is, you know, living together. It's it's commitment, essentially, I would say. It certainly can be marriage. And then we've got the Justice card of Libra, which, I mean, as a combination, this could be talking about that there's some sort of court case involved or some sort of legal matter that is involved and maybe you don't know about, and that could be a factor of why this person, as I said, is feels like all they can do is continue carrying their feelings, that are their, you know, how heavy this connection is weighing on, like maybe their missed opportunity with you, how much it's weighing on them. It could be because they are dealing with some sort of legal matter, maybe a divorce or maybe something regarding a marriage, potentially. I also want to say, though, that if it's nothing to do with that, then I would say the advice is very beautiful, because it's the Four of Wands is essentially a fated energy of, you know, who you're meant to be with. You will end up being with them. Justice is, you know, things will be balanced. There will be some sort of, I feel like, karmic balancing going on, and there will be some sort of justice that you're going to experience. Now, if it's either, it could be with this person, it could be with someone else. We'll see in the third layer, I hope. But it's kind of like remain, have faith and remain, I want to say, positive, and continue that high energy, sort of vibing as the Empress, as I feel you are at the moment, because you're on, with the Four of Wands, like the 1111 card, you're on the right path and justice will be served to you, if that makes sense. So what's going to be happening between the two of you in the next few weeks from when you see this video? We've got the Two of Wands and the Judgment card. So I'm talking about a big decision. The Two of Wands is a significant crossroads moment where someone's going to have to make a call. Do I go this way or do I go that way? And there is going to, the good thing is, we haven't got the flipping Two of Swords clarifying this, which would normally, you know, in another situation come out. We've got the Judgment card. This is actually someone making that decision. This is someone hearing the call, like listening to where they are being called in, you know, the direction they're being called in, and going for it. As his decisive moment is going to be coming, and there is going to be a decision. So that, I think that's always positive for me, rather than in that kind of left in limbo without any closure or understanding or forward movement. So I'm going to get your third layer now, Taurus, and I'll go through everything one more time. Clarify for my Taurus, please, what is laid out with the top 12 cards. For my Tauruses, please. And of course, if this particular reading isn't resonating for you at all, Taurus, then don't worry. I'm going to be doing the full, you know, zodiac signs readings for May in the coming days, hopefully. So you can always check out your next Taurus reading, so which won't be far off. Anyway, I'm going to get the top 12 cards for Taurus, please. Okay. There's that Six of Cups again. That's their intention as well. Okay, that's the Knight of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles for like a third time. Yep, okay. Huh. Yep, Four of Cups again. Oh wow, okay, that's good. Okay. And the Hermit for a third time. Okay, some of you could very much be dealing with Virgo. I've also got Capricorn again here, but it doesn't have to be. Anyway, at the bottom of this deck now, we have the Page of Cups, which is, it's definitely an emotional gesture, an offer, a message with a, you know, a tinge of emotion. It's someone who is, it's honest emotion though with me, for me with this Page of Cups. This is genuine feeling being offered. So I feel like the person you're dealing with is quite genuine, funnily enough. They may have screwed up in the past, but I do feel like they have good intentions, is what I want to say. And I'm getting this sense of maybe they feel like they owe you an apology, certainly, considering you're feeling the Queen of Swords about them, but let's see. Behind that we have the Four of Swords. Okay, so there is, you know, there's silence certainly between the two of you, or there has been recently. Maybe someone's been holding back from saying what they wanted to say. This could be that element of the moon, of things being hidden that you don't know. This is someone who's taken some time out to, you know, think about what they want to say to you as well, and maybe even done some healing or that was required. It's like sleeping on it rather than saying something bluntly in the moment that they then regret. It's thinking about it before they come forward to express something to you. Okay, so we've got the Eight of Pentacles here as well. So this Eight of Pentacles, funnily enough, compared to the one that we had at the beginning, where it was like all one person, like doggedly trying to put the work in all by themselves, this is actually two people working together, building each other up, building towards a beautiful future, having success. For some of you, you might know this person from working with them. It doesn't have to be. But I do feel like this person actually wants to, as we saw with that Three of Pentacles, they do want to continue, that you both put work and effort into this, maybe more equally going forward. And maybe they're just trying to find the words of how to express that to you as well. So at the bottom of the deck, yeah, we've got the Five of Swords again. So yeah, there is, as I said, there's silence. They may feel like you've drawn a line under this situation and kind of written it off as far as, you know, that's concerned with them. But they also may want to accept that what happened previously wasn't acceptable in some way, and for the two of you to actually draw a line under it together and move forward as a result. Let's see. There's that Queen of Pentacles. I think that is the second time we've seen the Queen. So yeah, this again is you, Taurus. Really, you are absolutely commitment material. You are worthy of a stable offer. You're someone very beautiful, abundant. You keep a beautiful home. You know, as I said, you always dress well, and you maybe like the finer things in life, with that Downton Abbey vibe I was getting earlier. But you know, you're just high. You're top drawer. I could not sound any more British. Top drawer, Taurus. And I think this person definitely recognizes it. And then we have the High Priestess. So you may have been, this is more silence, I have to say. So we've got the High Priestess, Five of Swords, Four of Swords. There has been silence between the two of you. There's been no communication. But this is someone going within and doing a lot of inner soul searching and finding the answers within, maybe because there weren't any answers being actually presented to them. So it's kind of that element of not guesswork, but it's the spirituality that has maybe got you through this time of confusion and even allowed yourself to gain some sort of closure on it that otherwise this person wasn't providing you. I think because they didn't want it to be over, actually. They were hoping that they could just have a major time out. But we saw the High Priestess at the bottom of the second deck as well. So I feel like you have been quite strong, guided by that, you know, that spirituality, that inner intuition. And, you know, as a result, you've maintained your power and your... I feel like this person's really respects you and has a lot of admiration for you as well. So... how you feel about them, Taurus, now, this is the thing. You're still missing them. You may feel like you know, that they mess around with the player of wands, sorry, the Knight of Wands. You may feel like, yeah, they are inconsistent, they're unreliable, they've let you down, but you feel like you are missing them. You still have sweet feelings for them. You may still reminisce with the Six of Cups about... you know, the two of you, when you have had good times together, when you've enjoyed each other's company. It's kind of like you are just trying to protect your heart from any more baloney from this person. But at the end of the day, the sweet feelings, genuine feelings you have for them are still inside that wall that you've put up, like a protective wall that you've put up around your heart about them. Now, how they feel about you is clarified by the Knight of Pentacles. So she's the Princess of Pentacles in this deck, but it's funny because, as I said, you've been waiting, I feel like, a long time for them to come forward with some offer of stability. Now, I feel like they feel concerned that they may have missed this opportunity with you because they took too bloody long to actually make a decision, to actually seize the opportunity, which was in front of them, to actually get going, to move forward, to grasp the beautiful cup of love that you were offering them, that they acted disinterested, and now as a result they may have missed the opportunity. So they are feeling fearful of whether there is even a way to move forward at this time. So how they see you is that Four of Pentacles. So I really get the sense that they see you as maybe someone who previously was very much open to communicating with them, to very interested in pursuing this. They see you as maybe also someone that they would really love to fire their arrows of love at, which is the name of, another name for the Eight of Wands. But they see you as closing yourself off with that Four of Pentacles, maybe even spending more time alone, not really open, holding back. And it's because at this point they may see that you don't trust them, is what I would say with that Seven of Swords. They may see that they haven't been honest with you, they haven't been forthcoming with communication either, and as a result they now see you as holding back, and even if it's hurting you as well, actually, to do so. So now what happened in the past is clarified by the beautiful Knight of Cups. Now, this is the thing. This Knight of Cups is like, there were emotions that were essentially unstoppable from coming forward. This is like falling in love with someone or with each other potentially, but it's like the emotions were there. They were, they were rushing, things were moving forward. There was, love that was, blossoming. But then I feel like this person that you were dealing with is a bit of like, maybe a bit of a control freak. I don't mean that in a horrible way, cross-watchers either, but just someone who felt the need to, what's the word? Like hit the brakes on this, to pull back. They wanted, because this is like an almost uncontrolled energy of like emotion and love, and it's kind of things that almost, it can suddenly be moving quite quickly. And I feel like someone didn't feel comfortable with all of that, or they felt like they needed to spend more time alone, that they still had their own stuff that they needed to work on. They were focused on their career, they were focused on, I don't know, some sort of spiritual journey they were on, or finding out information about something. But essentially they wanted to be closed off and in control, and stubborn, I would say, and alone, and very clear that that's what they wanted. And this energy of like this beautiful love that was blooming, that was moving forward, that did not sit with their plans. It's like, that is not part of my plan, so I'm going to hit the brakes. So I feel like that's why they feel now like they've really screwed it up, because they feel like you've been waiting too long for them to actually come out of that hermit mode. So the current situation is clarified by the World card. So I have to say, this is kind of like potentially feeling like maybe something has come to an end. There's some sort of closure. The World talks about, one chapter ending and another chapter beginning. It's kind of, I feel like, to be honest, with that Four of Pentacles, that maybe both of you don't want it to actually be completely over. And that's what I was saying about like continuing to just carry the burden of this around, rather than do something that, then is crystal clear that it is over. It's kind of, if that makes sense, it's like, it's right now, it's not moving, it's not going anywhere, because there's a lot of holding back, and there's a lot of someone just actually carrying around the burden without you know, dropping it without having a new beginning, without communicating, you know, etc. But it's still that you're both holding on to that connection, even in just like a spiritual level, an energetic level. You're still holding on to it because you don't want it to be over, properly over, and to like for each of you to start a new chapter elsewhere. You're still wanting to hold on to it, even if that means carrying the burden of it around with you, if that makes sense. Now, what this person wishes would happen in the connection, is clarified by the Page of Pentacles. So that's good, because for me I was like, why do they want the Ten of Wands? But I feel like they actually want the strength to maybe, as I was saying, to kind of deal with whatever they are has been holding them back, that they have been carrying around, that has been the burden on their shoulders, which has been stopping them, as I was saying, from starting something with you. And there it is, there's that Page of Pentacles looking back, in fact, in this card, and at the golden opportunity there was with you, and actually reaching out and making the offer. It's having the courage to do so. I really feel like this person wants to be able to manage, have more strength, so they can manage whatever is weighing them down on it, but then separate that, and then also have the strength on top of that to reach out to you and get something started again. Maybe they have a lot of on their shoulders in terms of work or career or this kind of thing, or something else going on in their life with friends and family that is really weighing them down, and or even just, I don't know, the state of the world right now. It's something that's really bothering them, and they wish that they could handle all of that and also have the strength as well to reach out to you and start something again with you, if that makes sense. Now, what is the block or the challenge? It's clarified by the Four of Cups. So this Four of Cups is that outward appearance of being nonchalant, disinterested, bored with this, you know, uninterested, completely apathetic. It's like the challenge is one or both of you are standing your ground so much and acting like you're not even fussed about the other person. Like, the other person, who, whatever. But it's just like a facade is kind of what I'm getting. Now, it could be for both of you. If you don't feel like that's you, then it's your other person. You see what I mean? It doesn't have to be both of you. But essentially, someone is acting like they're disinterested when they're not, and they're keeping their emotions hidden, and they're not opening up about them. And being maybe as a result, the other person is standing their ground, or, you know, it just goes around like a vicious cycle. And because of that, the two of you aren't each getting together and getting back into that connection when you're on the same page, and you can actually, it's like fighting it, but under false pretenses of which is stopping this beautiful union from actually coming into proper fruition. Now, the intentions of this person towards you, Taurus, is clarified by the Hierophant, which in this deck is called the Priest, which is your energy again. It's the Taurus card. So I mean, it's very positive. Their intention is definitely to learn, and I would say to improve themselves, because this Priest, this Hierophant card, is actually talking about again, like a journey. It's like someone almost gaining wisdom from someone more wise, more wisdom from someone more wise. Great vocabulary. But anyway, getting lessons from someone, like learning, improving themselves. The Hermit can also actually talk about like an elder. It doesn't have to actually be someone older, but just someone that they respect and that they feel has wisdom, that can actually offer them guidance. So I feel like their intention is to get the guidance and the learn lessons on how they can how they can come back into your life and make things right, and then to do so. So their intention is to really do the work on themselves and to get the advice that they need to feel like they can actually come back in and do things right, do right by you, kind of thing. I feel like they are in a bit of a lost place spiritually, is kind of what I'm getting. Now, what you need to know about their current situation is clarified by the Nine of Cups. So this is this sense of contentment, of happiness. I'm sorry if you can hear, my dog's fallen asleep on my lap and he just sighed really loudly, so sorry if you can hear that, that's what it is. But their current situation, yeah, the Nine of Cups is happiness and love. It's satisfaction, as I said, contentment. It's also can be, with this card, it could be someone that they have family with. Let me see what is going on, because this is the only thing that I'm confused about in their current situation. So let me get a little bit more. Let me do it so you can see it on the camera. So can you clarify, please, what is the current situation of this person that Taurus is here for? Why is the Queen of Cups here, please? Thank you. Okay, the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, that's good. The Chariot, please. Why is the Chariot here? Oh. Page, wow, the Page of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. And the Nine of Cups. Why is the Nine of Cups here, please? Okay. The Two of Cups. Wow. And the Four of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Jeez. Okay, very good. I have to say, I was just slightly concerned that I didn't want to go into like a whole other third-party story or whatever. But no, I don't feel like that. I actually feel like their current situation is really having a lot of love for you, Taurus. Some of you might be dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but you don't have to be. It's just so many cups and Cancer energy here. But essentially, when I asked for clarification with why that Queen of Cups is here, they've got the Nine of Pentacles. So that this is someone who's single, they are single. And look at how beautiful this is. Page of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Two of Cups. The Page of Pentacles, remember, is what they want to happen in this connection with you as well, or what they wish would happen. So I feel like their current situation is actually getting more in tune with their emotions, and as a result, taking the steps necessary to kind of be able to move forward, to have victory, to go towards a new beginning with the person that they consider to be their perfect match, their Two of Cups, their soulmate, to actually be able to reach out with that Page of Pentacles and offer all of that, and to move forward towards their happiness, their wish fulfillment, what they really want. I feel like essentially they are getting clear with their feelings and their emotions, and as a result they are on the path to move towards what would actually really make them happy, which it does seem like they do want to learn the lessons to come back into your life. They want to they want to have the strength to be able to reach out to you with that Page of Pentacles. So it's kind of like they're doing the work, and their current situation is just really actually having a lot of emotion. And the thing is, yeah, how they feel about you, it's all under the surface, it's all hidden. As I said earlier, they're keeping a lot of their feelings hidden, and their current situation is a hell of a lot of feelings with that Queen of Cups. So yeah, it's a lot of love there in their current situation that you probably have no idea about because of this facade of the Four of Cups. So anyway, the action that they're going to take towards you next, though, I have to say, is not ideal. It's clarified by the Devil, which is Capricorn energy again. But essentially, I have to be honest, the action next, next seems to be to continue, as I said, focusing on what has gone wrong, drowning their sorrows. The Devil can talk about vices, so it could be alcohol, certainly it could be drugs, it could be that kind of thing. It's being basically caught in this low vibration energy of fear, of toxic bad habits, and that could just be of also self-sabotage. It's almost like they want to be the partner that you deserve, and they want to get themselves ready and step up and step into that role, but then they sabotage themselves by just being like, oh, you know what, it's not going to work out, I'm just going to stay home and drink, or I'm just going to go to that kind of thing. So it's not great, I have to say, in terms of what happens next, but remember that could change by the time I do your next reading. So I have to be honest and tell you what I can see here rather than making anything else up. I don't want to blow smoke up anywhere. So what is your advice is clarified by the Five of Pentacles. So yes, this Five of Pentacles is talking about feeling alone, feeling left out in the cold, feeling like there's a struggle here, there's a challenge, and of maybe something to do with the home, because this Five of Pentacles actually can talk about, you know, finances, stability, this kind of thing. But remember what I was saying here in terms of advice is that rest assured things are going to be working out in a beautiful way. Things are in like moving in a fated direction with that Four of Wands, and the scales will be balanced. So I feel like the advice here is that if things do look gloomy and there's some sort of challenge, then there, you know, rest assured things will be coming into a balanced place, which will be there will be a brighter day ahead, is kind of what I'm getting in terms of the advice, and continue, you know, even if you need to work through these kind of challenges with money. There could also be in terms of advice that you may need to actually focus on your finances and your home right now, and that is the area that needs your attention the most. And yeah, could be another thing. The other thing I'm going to say, you know, the first thing I saw when I saw the Four of Wands, the Justice card, is maybe your person is dealing with some sort of legal separation or divorce that they have to get finalized first. Then I would say that this Five of Pentacles, you know, is telling you that that is actually it will involve some sort of them losing money, or that is kind of part of the problem. Maybe not feeling like they can actually offer you enough because of the money they're going to lose from getting out of that situation. But it's not going to be for all of you. If that is not your story, then really I would just say advice right now that things are moving regarding this connection in a fated direction towards commitment. Yes, things will be balanced out, but right now your focus will probably needs to be more on your home and finances, and maybe even money and career and that kind of thing. So what's going to be happening between the two of you in the next few weeks from when you see this video is clarified by the Hermit for a third time. It's funny because it's gone Hermit, Hermit, Hermit in a row, in a column. I don't know if that means anything, but I just wanted to point it out. So, but it's interesting also because it's what happened in the past, what is the intentions of this person, and what's going to be happening in the near future. So yeah, the Hermit is there again, card of Virgo. It is going to be doing that soul searching when it comes to this crossroads moment, to this massive decision, judgment call moment. Then someone is going to be maybe using everything they learnt from it being in their intentions, from what happened in the past. That it's like, you see how in this Hermit card, I almost get the sense of like I'm sorry, my neighbours are cooking and they seem to set off the fire alarm every single time. I thought I was a bad cook, but anyway. This Hermit card, the light is like fracturing out of this woman. It's almost, well, I don't think it's what it's supposed to be. I think it's supposed to be the light coming through the like the cave that she's standing in. But for me, it's almost like that kind of awakening moment of like suddenly have done all that work that was in this person's past, that was in their intentions. It's like, yes, that was all paying off, and now the light bursting out of them. You know, in like a sci-fi film, this woman would turn into like a glowing orb of a, you know, an enlightened person kind of thing. And it's going to be all of that work actually paid off, was worthwhile. There's a elevation with this Judgment card as well. There's stepping up, there's just a rebirth I'm kind of getting, and that moment is going to be so decisive, and it's going to lead you on a whole new path, new journey. Now this could be with this person, it potentially, or it could be something else, but there's going to be this what is the word, like a climactic moment where all of this soul searching that your person has certainly been doing is going to be worthwhile, and that is going to influence beautifully the decision that they make. And I need to stop now because that fire alarm is driving me nuts. Anyway, I really hope that this was useful, Taurus, that it resonated, that you enjoyed it. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for all your support. I mean, you guys have just done absolute wonders for my channel, and I just am so grateful. So thank you so much, Taurus. I really hope you like this video. I'll be doing you just a normal May video, which you know, you might be able to win your 4th bonus love reading in a month. God knows. I mean, potentially. So let's see. In the meantime, happy birthday, by the way, because this is your month for the rest of, well, most of May. So have an amazing birthday if that's coming up for you. And I just wish you all my best, and I'll speak to you soon. Thanks, Taurus. Bye.